Hello, chat, and welcome to the live stream for today. So, welcome everybody to the live stream for this episode for anime, which I did want to have like a video come out, like a live stream come out after every episode of anime, but there were some complication. Why is the chat not appearing? YouTube, what are you doing, roommate? Okay, the chat is now visible. So that's good. That's good. That chat is now visible. Alright, so. And, yeah, as I was saying, I did want this video to come out before the Demon Slayer. I wanted the stream to come out after I released the Demon Slayer, the movie video. Like a couple days after I released the Demon Slayer, the movie video onto the internet, onto YouTube, but that did not end up happening. Hello, Claire. But yeah, my plans of releasing the Demon Slayer, the movie video. Hello, Brownie. And yes, I am a bit early today. And yeah, as I was saying, originally my plan was to release like a live stream after every episode. Oh, was just about to get into the Demon Slayer one. Just about to get into what I was talking about with Demon Slayer's video, and my plan was to have like a live stream come out after the anime episodes. So I ended up getting sick around the time of when I was planning on recording the Demon Slayer videos, so I had to push that back a little bit. So I had to push the Demon Slayer video back like a couple days later. Maybe I'll get it done by this weekend. I'm thinking of getting it done by this weekend. Hello, Casey. But yeah. But I don't think it will be out here by Friday. Because I have not begun recording the video yet. Which I still have all the concepts ready for it. I have the thumbnail. Yep, I am feeling better now. But yeah, and as you saw, I have the thumbnail right over here for the video, which it's supposed to. Let me dim the light a bit, but yeah, that's the thumbnail for the video, which was supposed to be out by Tuesday, but by a random situation. But Convenience was just like, heck no, you're delaying this video till like the weekend, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, I am gonna review the first Pokemon movie for the end. Thank you, Brownie. I am planning on reviewing the first Pokemon movie at the end. Like, after Demon Slayer, it is going to be Pokemon, the first movie. Which, I'll have to rewatch that one because for movies like One Piece Gold, Hoopa and the Clash of Ages, and Demon Slayer, I have a, like, fresh mind on the movie because I've recently seen those movies. But for Pokemon, the first movie, I haven't seen that one in a while, so. And I do have the first 3 movies on Blu-ray, so. So I'm definitely gonna have to watch that. Pokemon, the first movie, gonna be a negative or positive? Well, it is gonna be a positive review. But I do have some critiques about the first Pokemon movie. Like, especially when it comes to that final sequence of the movie. You all know the infamous one. Pokemon shouldn't fight. Not like this. I'd rather risk my life in Mewtwo's storm than see these Pokemon fight for each other. Shut up! It's Pokemon! The whole concept of the show is that they fight each other. Like, why are you trying to put in an anti-fighting message into a Pokemon movie? It's Pokemon! Like, it's not like real animals where they could actually, like, get severely hurt and pretty much. Sometimes they could die from that kind of stuff, but for Pokemon, you could just bring them to the Pokemon Center and they're just revived. And they're just back to normal. So, it's a good message that they were trying to get across with that movie. Don't want to spoil anything, but I have a little information about that fighting scene. Let's see. I'll let you know on Discord. Okay. And Swedish Team Rocket dressed as Viking. I liked Swedish Team Rocket dressed as Vikings. I thought that was a pretty decent gag in the film. And I don't think I'm going to talk about the Jungle Cruise trailer because I already know that I'm in a very different position on that movie than a lot of other people are on that one. I'm sorry, it just looks like a fun old popcorn film. I ain't paying $30. Screw that. I ain't paying $30 to watch that. Like, I would rather risk my life in Mewtwo's storm than pay $30 on Disney Plus to go watch freaking Jungle Cruise on Disney Plus because sure, I think the movie looks all right, but I'm not going to pay $30 to watch that thing. Especially when it's going to be out on Disney Plus for free in like a couple months after. Why did they dress up as Vikings? That's a good question. I guess Team Rocket logic. Team Rocket go by something I like to call the Clark Kent logic, where they literally have a costume, where they literally put like a hat or something, like different clothes on, and they're like, oh, that's just a random guy walking across the street. Like, seriously, most of these people don't even recognize. It's been friggin' 20 years since the anime has began. 23 years, actually. And nobody has recognized Team Rocket. 24 years. I'll be seeing Jungle Cruise in theater. Thankfully, someone has a. How dare you not pay for the fees for my movies? Calm down, Mickey. It's just frickin' Jungle Cruise, Cruella, and Black Widow. I'll be seeing Jungle Cruise in theaters, but I refuse to watch Cruella. Cruella's an interesting thing because I've seen the recent trailer and I kind of get where Disney's going with that one. I kind of now get the direction of where it's going with that second trailer. Like, it's a revenge movie. That's. Like, I don't think they're trying to make Cruella de Vil the main protagonist of the film, or I hope not. I hope they're not trying to make her, like, the hero of the film. But, like they did with freaking Maleficent. But I could see it's like a revenge movie. It's pretty much just a movie about someone getting back at their rude boss. I mean, that still doesn't explain why she kills animals, but hey, there's something in there. Black Widow's a movie I'd see in theaters. Like, I don't get why many people would, besides like the safety of their own home, which that makes sense, but like if they got if they have the virus or like they just want to stay home, that's all right, but I don't get these people who are mad at the theaters for doing that. I don't get why there's so many people mad at the theaters for trying to keep their business alive. I don't know. I saw Scoob in an empty theater last weekend, and it was something. Also, I missed out on the chance to. Also, I missed out on the chance to see the. To have. Also, I missed out on the chance of seeing John Krasinski because I don't really care about seeing A Quiet Place 2. I'm sorry. But yeah, John Krasinski actually is appearing at a theater. Actually appeared at a theater that's fairly in like the state, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a state, but let's move on. Well, because so many people are with multiple fashion. National Team Rocket just blends in easy. Cool Cat and VIP Party. Yeah, Cool Cat doesn't fit as well in there. Watch the live action when her and One Dalmatians film. Cruella de Vil has fur addiction. Goes beyond Dalmatians. I've seen clips of the 1996 one, but I've never actually watched it thoroughly because I'm just guessing that maybe I have watched that film before and I just don't remember. Because I may have just remembered the animated film a lot better. Is anyone going to see Space Jam: A New Legacy? I'll go see it when it comes out. Like I'm kind of more interested in that than seeing Escape Room 2, which is the other movie that comes out that weekend. I'm sorry, I'm not going to see that one. And I'm sorry everybody who wanted a Boss Baby 2 review. And thank goodness for and a little good and a little good faith for the people who wanted me to, for the small amount of majority of people who I don't know who they are, but there's probably some audience out there who wants me to review The Boss Baby 2. Thankfully, that's coming out in theaters. Oh goodness, you want me to review The Boss Baby 2? Seriously? Oh goodness, I just put myself in a major trap. Jeff Goldblum is going to be in The Boss Baby 2, and I have no idea why. Somebody tell me why Jeff Goldblum was signed on to that? Like, come on. Then you have James Marsden. I thought after Sonic he got good movies. I thought after Sonic that'd be a chance that he could escape being in crappy family movies. Okay, let's get into this. Because he has to pay the bills. Yeah, I thought James Marsden escaped this hole of being in crappy family films after, or critically not well received family films after being in Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, let's get into the book, which is Star Wars, which is gonna be Star Wars. Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, I guess that could be a good reason why. I'm trying to think. I know he was in another movie that was like a family film. Alright, so waiting on the voice suggestions. Let's see what Jeff Goldblum was on. Oh. Oh yeah, he was in Cats and Dogs, so. Which, wait a minute, he was in the first Boss Baby movie? Jeff Goldblum was in the first movie? Okay, didn't notice him, but okay. Alright, so because we're doing all this Jeff Goldblum top, I guess we'll do Jeff Goldblum. Yes, I do remember Jeff Goldblum in the first Cats and Dogs, and I'll be honest, I'm maybe the only one who enjoyed Cats and Dogs too. Like I know, I enjoyed Cats and Dogs too, so oh goodness, hate me later, but don't worry, I'll be giving the Cats and Dogs franchise the crap treatment that the internet likes to give it when I get into that third movie this year. I'm most likely gonna do the third movie this year. So stay tuned for that review. That crap. So let's start off with Jeff Goldblum. That she had to do something about what was happening, and now she was aware that the talks bordered on treason. After all, Chancellor Palpatine had done nothing illegal. Padme often found herself wondering what her Jedi friends would think of if they knew what she was doing. Most of all, she wondered what Anakin would think. All right, and also, oh, can somebody find this? Can somebody find this Lord of Thunder? Can somebody? Also, I need someone to find that Lord of Thunder and my champion. Okay, try Bob Show doing a review taken over by Venom. Then Date Eric as the villain as Riot, as Carlton Drake from Venom, taken over by Riot, and Nostalgia Critics as your interpretation of Carnage. Oh boy. We have to do Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore. Yeah, I for some reason love that movie. Like, I am pretty much the Cats and Dogs 2 expert, so... And they had to turn it into a crappy sequel. I have to leave in 5. Alright, so... Did you have a voice suggestion? Because I currently can't... Because I don't see if there's any voice suggestion in here. So... Alright, so while we're waiting for that, I'll do Bob Show taken over by Venom. Most of all, she wondered what Anakin would think. The airspeeder pulled up at the landing platform, and Padme gave herself a shake. Even though, work for one day. Her back ached and her feet hurt. The robes that hid her pregnancy were... Oh, Kitty Galore. Well, I could do that one. And indeed. Because I do love that movie. She dismissed Captain Taifu, who and her two handmaiden almost as soon as she was out of the speeder. I'll be up in a while, she told them. C-3PO hovered uncertainly as they left until she sent him to check the security droids. When she was alone at last, Padme signed in relief and went out to the veranda to watch the sunset. And I'll release the call of the wild. Oh, kitty. Jack McBrayer is maybe the only reason I like that. Now that I think about it, maybe the only reason why I liked that movie as a kid was because Jack McBrayer was in it, and I have a freaking love for Jack McBrayer and everything. Except for 30 Rock, I never got into that. Like, Wander Over Yonder, I got into that. Also, I like the first Cats and Dogs. But don't tell Emily that. She might not be very happy with the movie. Okay, I'll make sure not... I'll make sure... We'll make sure... We'll make sure not to talk about that. But yeah... For some reason, I really... It may have been because of his role in Wander Over Yonder that really signified Cats and Dogs 2 as a classic in my mind. Okay, next year I'm gonna try to get Brownie a crossover with anyone, and to do Cats and Dogs the first movie review of the first and second Cats and Dogs movie with me starring in it. Interesting. I get the crappy third movie that was only released direct to video. Yay! Seriously, I am really not excited to review Cats and Dogs 3. Oh, goodness. I was so excited for that movie, too. Then I saw the trailer. Oh, gosh. They turned it into Air Buddies 3. They turned it into Air Buddies 279. Why? Ah. Alright, so. And yes, I have sadly seen the Buddies movies. And I don't want to talk about that. The Buddies movies are pretty garbage. Bob Sheridan. Alright, let's continue with that. Because when she was alone at last. When she was alone at last, Padme sighed in relief and went out to the veranda to watch the sunset. She leaned against the railing, glad that for once she didn't have to think about it, about what to say, and whether it would provoke some thin-skinned fellow senator. She wasn't sure how long she'd be standing. Venom, what are you doing in this video? My question is, what the heck are you reviewing? Come on, I'm just reviewing Rabbids Invasion. Like everybody's been asking for. Obviously. Also, I gotta bring up this line from the Venom 2 trailer. And also, the chocolate order hasn't came in yet. I say we eat, Mrs. Chang. No, we are not eating Mrs. Chang. No, we are not eating Mrs. Chang. What was that, Eddie? Nothing. That line was pretty good. And Sweetler singing "It's Been Agatha All Along." Da, 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 da. There was when she sensed someone else on the veranda, uneasy. She turned and found Anakin standing close behind her. You startled me. She complained even as she held out her arms for a quick hug. How are you feeling? Anakin asked when they broke apart at last. Padme laughed. He kept kicking. He keeps kicking. Anakin eyes widened. Why do you think it's a boy? My tinsel chair? Oh, and I turned that person into a toy soldier. That's it. There's your Sweetler for the day. Alright, now for Day Derek as Carlton Drake, taken over by Riots. Oh, this is not gonna be good at all. Oh crap. This is gonna be awful. Oh, hush up, you symbiote. Oh, hush up, you symbiote, you. Oh, hush up. Goodness, I had to add that line in there. Alright, and so my, my motherly intuition and Padme teased even if she consulted a medical droid, she would have it she wouldn't have asked, wondering whether she carried a boy or girl. Had been one of the few secret pleasures she had during the long months. Anakin had been away. They had during in the long months. I mean, she he took her husband's hand and set it again here against her stomach so that he couldn't feel the tiny unseen foot beating against the wall that enclosed its owner. Oh goodness. You know what that sounds like? You know what the voice of Derek Savage as Carlton Drake sounds like? It sounds like the guy from it sounds like those two gas station people from the SpongeBob movie. Hey fellers, what do you want to fill it up with? Ketchup or mustard? Alright, let me take over this reading before it gets terrible. Before it gets way too terrible. Anakin's Anakin's eyes widened. Whoa, he looked at her and grinned. With a kick that strong, it's got to be a girl. Wait a minute, who wrote this book? Did George Lucas wrote the book for this? George Lucas, you definitely wrote some pages of this book, I'm telling you. Because that's only a George Lucas line. With a kick that strong, it's got to be a girl. Seriously, George? I don't even get the joke. What's the freaking joke? Alright, sorry, She left, acknowledging the way he turned. Her, her teasing back on her. Teasing back on her, and he left with her. Now, one question is, where's Bob Shaw? Where's Venom? Oh, he got one up his. Oh, got he got one in his butt too. That's what you call Sony. That's what you call writing from Venom, a movie that I like that most critics did not. Alright, then we have Nostalgia Critic as my interpretation of Carnage. And I think I gotta bring up this line because I just mentioned Carnage. When I get out of here, there's gonna be carnage. Sort of like Halle Berry, Catwoman. Yeah, we're not gonna bring up that one. I'm not bringing up that one. I've seen like a couple seconds of that movie where she's playing basketball. Then I was like, okay, time to wipe that out of my memory. Time to get that out of my memory. Alright, so I forgot who was it doing the Nostalgia Critic as my interpretation of Carnage. This is how it should be. Always. So thought, leaning into his arms. And there was more good news to share that would prolong the happy moment. I heard about your appointment, Anakin, she said. I'm so proud of you. To hear surprise, his expression darkened. I may be on the council, he said angrily, but they refused to accept me as a Jedi Master. Oh, and when I'm gonna be out of your Bob show, there will be carnage. And by the way, did anybody see the Mulan 2020 review? That may be the first Nostalgia Critic review where I actually agreed with him. That may be the first Nostalgia Critic review I actually got through. The kid. Brownie, how dare you and Bob show? Oh, like Halle Berry Catwoman. I'm the true Catwoman. I'm the true Catwoman. Run away! Run away! Run away! Get back here, you cowards! I am the true Cat's meow! And get back here, Crunk! And Crunk, get back here, Crunk. One can help me get those two. Oh no, watch out, Mickey Mouse. He was watching. Wait, where's Mickey Mouse? I haven't seen the guy in a while. Ever since that Mulan 2020 video. Ever since the video on Mulan 2020. I haven't really seen that mouse anywhere around here. So I think we're safe. I think we're safe for now. I think we're safe. I think we're safe. How dare you guys! My Mickey's not on point today. How dare you guys! What? How dare you guys? I want to pay $30 for our movies on Disney Plus, plus your $7 subscription. How dare you? No, it'd be like the Chancellor from. It'd be like the Chancellor from the SpongeBob movie. How dare you? How dare you? Come to the. You're welcome. You're welcome. I just took out Mickey over there. So. Sponge on the Run was not that good of a movie, to be honest. Not compared to the first. Alright, next we have Derek Savage as Deadshot, while also directing Suicide Squad. Agatha as Harley Quinn. Jeff Goldblum as Professor Oak. Oopsie as Pikachu. And Raboot as Tom Holland's Spider-Man? What? Oh, so do you want actual Raboot or me? Or are you talking about how I have my character is a Raboot? Or do you just want the actual Pokemon Raboot? Because I could do that. Because I could do both of those. I could do the actual Pokemon, which is Baboot. Baboot! Baboot! Or I could do my actual voice over here. Both. Alright, let's start off with Daddy Derek as Deadshot. Better pick up the friggin' Mickey before my dog gets it. Better pick up Mickey before my dog gets to him. Like, Mickey, I don't like you taking down my friend's video. I don't like you taking down my people like Gabe's videos, but I also don't want you to be teared into 1,000 pieces of fluff. Alright, so. Alright, so. Next turn. Sorry, I still had Mickey in there. The fragile moment of the happiness evaporated in patience. She told him in time they will recognize your skill. They still treat me as if I were a Padawan learner. Anakin said, as if he hadn't heard her. He clenched his fist. They fear my power. That's the problem. Why do I just sound like the old woman from the Chopper arc in One Piece? Or I just sound like a typical cowgirl character. I don't know why, but the southern accent of the voice of Will Smith doesn't go with the southern accent of Derek Savage. I don't know why. Anakin said, as if he hadn't heard her. He clenched his fists. They feel my power. That's the problem. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's a perfect scene right over there. It's perfect scene right over there. Of course, he'd direct the Suicide Squad movie. Direct the original Suicide Squad movie. Now I gotta call the 2016 Suicide Squad movie the 2016 Suicide Squad movie now, because we have the Suicide Squad coming out this year. So yeah, now I have to call one movie Suicide Squad 2016 and the other movie Suicide Squad 2021. Oh goodness, that's gonna make my reviewing life pretty hard. Agatha as Harley Quinn. Anakin, she didn't like it when he got hit this way. Angry and resentful and eager to place the blame on someone else. But if there isn't always someone to blame, it can just be the way things are. You have to deal with it and move on. Sometimes I wonder what's happening to the Jedi Order, because Anakin went on and now he's surrounded, sad, almost hurt instead of angry. I think this war is destroying the principles of the Republic. Anakin Padme stared at him. It's been Holly all along, Puddin'. Oh, and I killed the Batsy too. Holly! Alright, Jeff Goldblum as Professor Oak. Oopsie as Pikachu. You get banned for Oopsie as Pikachu. Don't think I noticed Oopsie as Pikachu in there. You're getting banned, Brownie. And sent there to ban camp. Not Professor, but Lieutenant Surge will get you in there quick, my friend. Jeff Goldblum as Professor Oak. Alright, let's get into it. Let's get into Professor Oak as Jeff Goldblum. Or Jeff Goldblum as Professor Oak, actually. Sometimes I wonder what's happening to the... Oh, wait a minute. In the years she had known him, she had never once heard him speak like this. Usually, Anakin refused to talk about anything remotely political. It was the one thing they had never agreed on. But now at last he seemed to be looking beyond the straightforward questions of which assignment he would be given and how best to complete it. Also, Ash, life, you see, finds a way. Life, you see, finds a way. So here's Pikachu. Also, I don't care what you guys say about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I'll like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom till the day... I'm gonna like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom till the day I die. Alright, Oopsie as Pikachu. Oopsie, aka Bansies! Brownie's getting Sorry. Brownie's getting bansied to band camp today. First one in here, buddy. Looks like Brownie's gonna be the first one in band camp tonight. For Oopsie as Pikachu. Goodness, you had to bring Oopsie into this. Oh, goodness. Alright, so.
But now, at last, he seemed to be looking beyond the straightforward question, which...
Oh, wait a minute.
It gave her the courage to say something she had been thinking for months, while she watched Chancellor Palpatine grow ever stronger and more powerful. Have you ever considered that we may be on the wrong side? Peek-oopsies. Oopsie-choo.
I guess I made an oopsie pika. You did indeed make an oopsie, my friend. That gives you a trip to band camp, my friend. And now,
Babu.
as Tom Holland, Spider-Man. Goodness, my... Raboot as Tom Holland, Spider-Man. Let's go.
Have you ever considered heard that we may be on the wrong side? Anakin stiffened and looked at her suspiciously. What do you mean? What if the democracy we thought we were serving would no longer exist? Why is there politics in a Star Wars movie? George, what the heck is wrong with you? I like episode 3, but I like episode 3 enough, but I can't go over the fact that George had to bring in politics into a Star Wars movie. You go to Star Wars movies to escape all that crap. I don't want to get sucked back into it, George. Alright, how long is this book? 185 pages, and I'm only on page 77. Oh, good. It's gonna be a long haul. Padme said, voicing her most secret fear. Bad boot! Bad boot! Bad boot! Do a backflip, Spider-Man! Yeah, boot! Yeah! No, that was literally that was literally the weirdest thing that was literally the weirdest part of the movie. When that random guy just said, do a backflip, Spider-Man! Now it's me doing. Now it's me as Tom Holland Spider-Man. I don't believe that Padme, Anakin said a little too vehemently, you sound like a separatist. Anakin, this war represents a failure that to listen, Padme persisted. You're closer to the Chancellor than anyone. Please ask him to stop the fighting and let the diplomacy resume. Peter, I'm gonna have to. Peter, get back in your seat. Peter, get back in your seat. We're gonna make a sharp turn. Look at the baby mountain goats. Baby mountain goats. I don't see any baby mountain goats. You missed them. I think you don't notice this, Peter, but I think you don't notice this, that we noticed this, Peter. What? Those glasses are totally so cool. Are totally so trendy. Isn't that right, babe? Yeah, they're really cool. That was some. Spider-Man: Far From Home is a pretty good movie. Unpopular opinion, I think Far From Home is a better movie than Homecoming. I'm sorry. I like Far From Home, just the jokes hit better for me with that movie. Alright, now Bob Show as Batman facing Mickey Mouse as Day Derek. Angry at Bob Show for hating the live action remakes, and Goofy as Cool Cat, of course. Alright, I forgot. I know the last word I read was diplomacy. Yeah, right there.
She reached out to him as she spoke, but he pulled back. "Don't ask me to do that, Padme," he said furiously. Make a motion in the sand. Make a motion in the Senate, and where that kind of request belongs." He turned away. Kind of sounds like Sanji. Well, you could say Far From Spider-Man Far From Home was an evolution of Homecoming. Yeah, that could pretty much. I thought pretty much a lot of the scenes were better in because Spider-Man Homecoming is a good movie, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I hate Spider-Man Homecoming, but I just think that I enjoyed Far From Home a lot more. All right, Claire. But well, I still like Spider-Man Far From Home more because I just like the characters more. Because I think the characters get a lot of time to develop in this movie. And Peter does gets CJ as Black Cat and Carlos as Spider-Man. Okay. Okay. Descendants is now in the Spider-Man universe, so interesting. Alright, now. Don't ask me. Don't ask me to do that, Padme, he said furiously. Make a motion in the Senate. Make a motion in the Senate where that could kind of be. I'm not your errand boy. I'm not anyone's errand boy. Something's wrong. Padme set her own worries aside and gently he touched his arm. What the heck was that combination? And I'm tired of you, Bobshaw. And Bobshaw, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you because you don't like the live action remakes. And as for you, Rabbit. Sorry, man. Mickey's not on point today. And as for you, Rabbit. What about me? You didn't like most of the remakes either. I can name ones that I like. The Jungle Book I liked. Aladdin, I enjoyed that one. Did you enjoy the Lion King movie? Did you enjoy the Lion King remake? Well, as a movie itself, as a new version of the original films, no. No, I did not. Oh, wait a minute. I like the original. Oh, wait a minute. I like the 1994 movie, so I've technically seen the 2019 movie. Oh, you have not! Okay. I've seen it. I've seen it. It's not that good. Ah! I don't like Aladdin. Alright. That's your personal opinion. I'm fine with that. Nostalgia Critic didn't like live action Aladdin. I'm pretty sure Bob Show didn't. I'm pretty sure Bob Show wasn't a fan of it either. We'll see. We'll see what he thinks about that remake. But Gabe, I don't know who else beyond the trailer, I guess. Grace Randolph, maybe. We like the Lion King not Lion King, but Aladdin 2019. But that's personal opinion. I'm fine with. I'm fine that. I'm fine if people don't like a movie that I actually like. Like I know there's some people who hate Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, and I love that movie. So, and I love that movie. So I can't get me wrong. Live action Aladdin. I mean, I don't like it. They could have put a tribute to Robin Williams or R.I.P. to Robin Williams. They could have done that. I don't know if they did do that in the credits of the movie, maybe. Because maybe they. Yeah, the live action Lion King movie is. Like, some of the stuff is interesting. Like, I'll admit, when I could hear Danny Glover singing in the Can You Feel the Love Tonight scene, when he's not being overpowered by Beyonce's constant loud booming voice, then he does a good job. Kid actor who plays Simba, Can't Wait to Be King, was good in that movie. Never Too Late by Elton John at the end credits, good. Two good things I liked about that movie. The rest, just garbage. I'm sorry. I did not like that remake. Besides the songs are pretty good. That's the only thing I didn't like. Besides Be Prepared. Be Prepared was not good. How dare you, Claire? Stop, Mickey. People are free to have their own opinion. Let me go! She also stole our descendants. It's her vision. And it's better. We don't care. I don't care. Let me out of here. Ah, you will pay. Or I could do that as an actual skit with my Mickey. Or how dare you, Claire? Don't like. How dare you, Claire? Stop, Mickey. People are free to have their own opinions. People are free to have their own opinion. Let me go. You also stole our descendants. It's her version, and she did it better. Ah, you will pay. Let me see what Goofy as Cool Cat. Goofy was Cool Cat in that. Padme set his her own worries aside and gently touched his arm. What is it? Nothing. But there were worlds of anger and hurt in his tone. She waited, hoping he wouldn't uh, relent and explain, but he stayed stubbornly silent. Don't do this, Padme said. Don't shut me out. Let me help you. Yeah, you can't help me. Anakin told her sadly. He exquisite. Shut up, Goofy. Shut up, Goofy. I'm getting. Shut up, Goofy. I'm getting into a battle with this rabbit. I'm getting into a battle with this bear, with this plush dog, and a rabbit. Wait a minute. How did the rabbit get there? How did the rabbit get there? Unexplained. I don't know. Brony, I enjoy them. I enjoy the live action remakes, but I'm okay. I'm okay for the others too, who disagree. That makes that's what makes the world interesting. It allows us to learn more. Also, rest in peace, Robin Williams. Great man. Great man. I'll be honest, Will Smith was a pretty good genie in that one. Like, I just like how he made it his own character. Like he didn't try to top Robin Williams in his performance. He just tried to make the genie. He just made the genie his own thing. Just made the genie his own. For that movie, I like how he didn't try to top Robin Williams. CJ as Black Cat, Carlos as Spider-Man. Tried to smile. I'm trying to help you. I sense there are things you are not telling me. He has learned something about the talk in the Senate. Padme stared at him. I can't ask if he hasn't. I'd betray people who trust me, and if it isn't fair to ask Anakin and to keep the secret if he doesn't fully agree with our position. I sense there are things you are not telling me, she said, hoping that he would open up to her at last. Okay, so Carlos is Spider-Man. Where's my ear popping? For some reason. Anakin's eyes widened and he looked away. I was right there, or if something, but he didn't say anything. Perhaps he can't. Perhaps he's been sworn to secrecy by the same way I've been. She stuck her head, trying to banish an image of the two of them standing close together, longing for each other, but but unable to pass through the invisible wall that separated them. And you will get the And I gotta bring up one of the Spider-Man lines that has become one of the most memed lines on the internet. You will get the rent when you fix the darn door! The darn door. Pretty sure Peter never even gave them the rent after they fixed that darn door. Maybe Luffy as Ash Ketchum. Okay, that can actually work, to be honest. So Luffy as Ash Ketchum, Harley Quinn, Joker as Harley Quinn. No, actually, Joker and Harley Quinn as Jesse and James. At the end with the motto. Mal as the female version of Giovanni, and Will Smith as Mewtwo. Will Smith as Mewtwo? Seriously? Like, I like Will Smith and all, but him as Mewtwo? Yeah, I don't really know about Will Smith as Mewtwo, but I'll try. So first up, we have Luffy as Ash Ketchum. He can play serious roles. Yeah, he does play serious roles. He does them pretty well, but the guy I think that'd be pretty good as Mewtwo is Idris Elba. Actually, could be a pretty good choice. I think Idris Elba would be a pretty good Mewtwo. Because he has the kind of tone that could fit Mewtwo. He has the kind of voice that could fit Mewtwo pretty well. Will Smith could actually be pretty good. He played the gatekeeper in Thor. Yeah, I think he played. Crap, what was the guy with the gold armor in Thor? What was the name of the gatekeeper from Thor? Heimdall. Thank you, Siri. So Heimdall. That's who I'm thinking of. Heimdall from Thor, the gatekeeper. So first up, Luffy as Ash Ketchum. Anakin, awake! Okay. Anakin's eyes widened, and he looked away. He looked away. I was right there. If is something,
but he didn't say anything. Perhaps he couldn't. Perhaps he can't. Perhaps he. Perhaps he's been and sworn to secrecy. He by the same way I've been. She shook her head, trying to banish the. Oh wait, I read that one before. Hold me, she said. And she reached for Anakin, tried to deny the wall, or at least some bench, or at least some breach in it that would bring back the hope and happiness she had felt only moments earlier. And now I'm gonna complete my goal of becoming Pokemon Master and King of the Pirates. How are you gonna do that, idiot? You idiot! How are you gonna do that when you're in two completely different animes? Oh. In a completely different anime. How? A pirate Pokemon Master. Oh, we're not gonna. Oh, I just get flashbacks of the Phantom from Pokemon Movie 9. I just get flashbacks of that guy. Oh boy. I don't want to get flashbacks of the Phantom from Movie 9. Dimensional crossover. Well, they have crossed over with Dragon Ball Z before, so they have crossed over with Dragon Ball Z before, so I'm pretty sure. So it's possible. Like maybe One Piece is not the show that could be put in with Pokemon, but because it kind of more fits the Dragon Ball stuff a bit more when it comes to tone. Minus any death, because nobody besides like a few characters die in One Piece. That's the only rule, nobody dies. The Joker is Harley Quinn and Jesse and James. As Jesse and James. At the end with the motto. Earlier. There we go. First Joker as James. That's really weird. Hold me like you did at the lake on Naboo so long ago. Hold me at like you did by the lake on Naboo so long ago. Oh no, don't bring up that thing. Don't bring up Naboo into this. You know what Naboo consists of. Misa Jar Jar Binks! George, why? George, why? Whatever. Alright. As long as you don't do a comparison of The Lion King and the 2019 film, because besides the voice acting, you'd be pretty much watching the same movie, but one of them is more boring than the others. when there was nothing but our love. Of no politics, no plotting, Anakin's face twisted as if he too would like to recapture the magical lost time. Not lost, please, not lost forever. As he took her in his arms, she finished in a whisper. No war? And his grip tightened, but in spite of his warm presence, she could not help feeling that they were farther apart than they had been a few days before when he was in the Outer Rim. And she was here on Coruscant. Prepare for trouble. And prepare for trouble, oh Betsy. And make it double. We're coming for a double surprise, Betsy. Wait, that didn't rhyme. To protect the world from devastation, to unite all people within our nation. To denounce all people within our nation. To denounce the evils of truth and love. To extend our reach to the stars above. Holly, Joker, Holly, Team Joker blast off at the speed of light. Surrender now, Batsy, or prepare for a big, big fight. And I'm guessing one of Harley's hyenas that were used in that Birds of Prey movie that I guess she had in the comics, I think. I think she had them in the comics. Yeah, Warner Brothers decided to use those freaking hyenas as a whole marketing ploy to get people to watch Birds of Prey, which she had hyenas in the series. Okay. I'm sorry, I did not like Birds of Prey whatsoever. That movie was garbage. The movie was such terrible crap. Mal as a female Giovanni. Night of the Museum 3 played a tribute Robin Williams, but the remakes of his most famous movies doesn't. Well, I'm pretty sure the reason because of that is that usually people make like tributes of their actors in like a tribute to actors when they're like recently died at the point of the movie, because I'm pretty sure Robin Williams died right around the release of Night of the Museum 3, because didn't he die in 2014? So I'm pretty sure that's the reason why they didn't have his credit in Aladdin, because that movie came out in 2019 and Robin Williams died 5 years before. Like, I haven't seen Night of the Museum 3, I'll be honest, but I know that movie came out in 2014. I know that movie was out in 2014, but I think Robin Williams did die in 2014, didn't he? He died in 2014, but they should have at least did a movie to him.
Well, yeah, they should have dedicated, like Disney should have did like a thing dedicating him in the credits for Aladdin 2019, but for example, like when the Rise of Skywalker came out, they didn't dedicate Carrie Fisher's death, and she died like 2 years after Robin Williams. Yeah, it would have been nice, but I'm just thinking what usually studios do for like dedicating someone. They usually do it at the credits of when a film is being released, like when the film's out, and they'll show it in like the credits where they dedicate him. But to be fair, on the contrary, they did do a tribute to Paul Newman for Cars 2. They did a tribute to Paul Newman 5 years after the first Cars movie was released, and about 5 years, or I think it was 3 years after his death, that they commemorated him, like in film, where they had like a Doc Hudson museum, and they pretty much say that Doc is dead in Cars 2, which I have no idea how Cars can die, but I kind of get like it's supposed to be a tribute to him. Like it's supposed to be a tribute to Paul Newman, so I thought that was a pretty nice scene actually. But yeah, I don't really know why they didn't commemorate Robin Williams. Why they couldn't have just commemorated Robin Williams. Alright, so where was I at? Mal is a female Giovanni. The live action one, it's just okay, nothing great, but well, yeah, I think they could have done like that's one thing that the movie didn't do. That like it's not like Mulan where like yeah, it's kind of reasonable why there's a lot of why there'd be a lot of people angry at Disney for it'd be pretty friggin' reasonable for why many people were mad at Disney for filming in a freaking concentration camp. Like seriously, why a concentration camp? Why did you thank the people in the credits? Goodness. And one more question, Disney. Why in the friggin' world is Mulan backflipping on a horse? But yeah, I think that Disney I think that Disney was like okay, so I think that the whole thing is that yeah, but it just
didn't make any freaking sense. And why did she take off her armor? Like, seriously. Like, isn't the whole movie they're all talking about, like, if you're found out as a woman, you would die? Well, great job, moron. You just took off your only disguise. Now you're gonna die. But no, we gotta do that last minute bull crap where everybody's now immediately like, yeah, let's change the law. Yeah, let's do that. Theory I have why the picture. Well, the thing is that wouldn't have to they wouldn't have to say that he killed himself if they ended up having that as the reason why as the whole thing of how they tribute him in the film. They wouldn't have to say like rest in peace Robin Williams to 2014 because he committed suicide. Like, I don't think they'd do that because like I don't think they'd specifically say that he did. Like, they just say rest in peace Robin Williams to 2019. Like, I think they could have just said like rest in peace Robin Williams. He was a great dude. Like, kind of like how they did with Howard Ashman when he died when they made the first Aladdin movie. Actually, Howard Ashman died in the production of that movie, so they ended up getting something in the credits that was dedicated to him. Like, that was to our good friend Howard Ashman. I thought that was cool that they tributed him at the end of the 1992 film. Alright, so Mal as a female Giovanni. I don't like all these goodbyes, Obi-Wan thought, looking across the Jedi gunship at Mace Windu and Master Yoda. He wondered where the thought had come from. Jedi were always departing on their missions. It never used to bother him whether he was the one leaving or the one staying behind. It's the war he decided too many Jedis are leaving and not coming back. Some deaths in Hollywood are swept under the rug. That's Roman Reigns' country. Oh, he was in Happy Feet 1? Wait, they were in Happy Feet 1 together? Like, I know Brittany Murphy, but I didn't know she was in Happy Feet 1. Huh. That's an interesting fact I never knew. But yeah, I don't know if they did dedicate like something to her when she died. Like, I bet they were a movie that they were some sort of like movie she was involved with. She was replaced by Pink in the sequel. Oh goodness, I forgot the sequel was a thing. Thanks a lot. You go to Bandcamp for making me remember Happy Feet 2.
Robin Williams did do the sequel for Happy Feet 2, and it wasn't as good as the first one. And I don't even think the first one was even as good as... It definitely didn't deserve Best Animated Feature at the Oscar Awards. Like, seriously, Monster House was nominated that year. Even that movie... I don't know. I just never got into Happy Feet. I'm sorry. Like, I want to like that movie, but because like it's a musical, so I think it should be right up my alley. It's a musical, but I just never got into it that much. I just never got into it. And oh boy, the sequel, the less mentioned about that one, the better. Alright, so. And the final one for Brownie is. Oh, Will Smith has Mewtwo. He wondered where the thought odd had come from. You know what? I could see where this is going. I could see where the whole thing with Mewtwo as Will Smith is going, and it's actually fitting pretty well. He wondered where the thought he had come from. Jedi were always departing on missions. It never used to bother him whether he was the one leaving or the one staying behind. It's the war, he decided. Too many Jedi are leaving and not coming back. Alright, and for Claire, it's Sean Connery singing. Sean Connery singing Under the Sea. La 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 la. Alright, let's get into this. Just like how it did your mother, Trebek. Connery! And again did not take to his assignment with much enthusiasm. Obi-Wan said, breaking the silence. Too much under the sway of Chancellor. He is, Yoda said, shaking in his head. This is a dangerous move, putting them together. Mace warned. I'm not sure the boy can handle it. He'll be all right. Obi-Wan said, trying to feel as confident as he's surrounded. I trust him with my life. I don't. Mace Windu replied. Startled. Obi-Wan looked at Mace. Surely there was no longer any question of frustrating, and he might not be the perfect ideal of the Jedi Knight, but he had proven his abilities again and again. And besides, with all the due respect, Master, he's not the chosen one. The one And who will destroy the Sith and bring the balance to the Force? Then we move on to our next suggestion, Robin Williams as Brock Ashton. Then we move on to the final suggestions, Robin Williams as Ash Aladdin as Ash. Robin Williams as Brock Aladdin as Ash, Jasmine as Misty, Sultan as Professor, then Robin Williams as Kronk, Hunk and Shrek, and the final suggestion is Jack Black singing Prince Ali. Ha! Connery! Ha ha ha! That was pretty good, thank you. So Robin Williams as Brock. Oh, Sebastian's voice actor died a couple days ago. I completely forgot. That's very sad. I heard that. I heard that happened. And I did not realize that happened. And that's like that was very sad news. Because I think I heard that while I was sick. I heard that he died. I wish he could he could have lived longer. Yeah, the same thing. Sorry. Same thing with Cameron Boyce. I think he should have lived longer. Alright, let's just move on to happier subjects like Robin Williams as Brock. On to a voice that can cheer everybody up. Robin Williams, also Brock, because those two do cheer people up. So the prophecy says, as Mace Tone was skeptical, a prophecy misread, and that could have been, Yoda pointed out. Our Anakin will not let me down. Obi-Wan insisted he never has. And don't forget to keep all your valuables and to keep all your valuables. Don't forget to keep all your valuables and items at you at all time, and don't forget to check out of the gift shop up at the end. Thank you. Hope that right. You are. Hope that right you are. Yoda said it heavily as the gunship landed. The doors swung open, and the little Jedi Master rose. Then we have Aladdin as Ash. The doors swung open, and a little old Jedi Master rose, and now destroy the droid armies on Kashyyyk. I will. May the Force be with you. Mace Windu and Obi-Wan echoed the formal farewell as Yoda stumped down the ramp to meet the clone assault troops preparing for her departure. As the gunships rose and headed for the Jedi Temple, Obi-Wan frowned. We'll pay tribute to him with a funny line he's said by Maxwell. Oh, he's gonna be. He's gonna say CJ's crazy sister. All right, so, and I think I'm getting pretty close to a very important part from the movie. And have you guys seen Revenge of the Sith? Because trust me, there's a scene in this that's very iconic when I say these four when I say these four words in a certain voice, you guys are gonna, if you've seen Revenge of the Sith, which I'm wondering, have you guys seen Revenge of the Sith? Just make sure that you guys get this reference that I'm about to make. Alright, well, we wait for that. That's the one where Anakin becomes Darth Vader? Yes, that is the one where Anakin does become Darth Vader. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to yours, but I'm just wondering, have you got... Don't worry, I'm gonna get to yours, Claire. I'm just wondering, have you guys seen Revenge of the Sith? Because there's a certain line in this book, not in this book, but actually, maybe in this book, but there's a certain line that, okay, Brownie saw it, but I'm gonna say these words in Palpatine's voice. Execute Order 66. We all know what's gonna happen next in this book, if you see the movie. Alright, chapter 9. We're gonna do Brownie's last few ones, which is Jasmine Rasmesti, Sultan as Professor, and Robin Williams as Kronk and Shrek, and then Jack Black singing Prince Ali. Alright. Even in the middle of the war, elegance and ease filled of the galaxy's opera house. The most important and yeah, it's just congestion in my throat. It's just congestion. And I think I'm fine. I got fully vaccinated, so it's definitely not COVID. It's just congestion in the throat. But even in here, Anakin thought the war had changed things. Fewer of the senators and administrators come to the opera house to see the seats were crowded with less important and less busy beings. And also, excuse me, Aladdin, and you still repay me for this bike. Hey, don't worry. I'll repay it. What do you want there, Al? I wish for a new bike. Oh, sure thing. There you go. Your bike's all fixed. Hey, Hey, I just saw you bring out Genie. I don't think I just saw you brought out Genie from over there. Aaron, also, I still have the electrocuted bike. How do you explain that? Oh. Yeah, that's gonna be a harder situation to fix over there. Okay. Okay, get back here, Aladdin. And then repay me for this bike. Sultan as Professor Oak. The infamous. Goodness. Sultan's voice. Something to do. The infamous Baron in Papanorda loitered near. I wonder what he's doing here, but no one else looked twice at Anakin. Thought his plan Jedi robe made him feel a little out of place amid all the magnificence. Oh Giovanni, look, it's a parade. Oh Giovanni, come over here. How wonderful. It's a parade. Which I think that'll actually be a good transition into Jack Black singing Prince Ali. So I'm gonna cut that a little short for now, but I'll go back to the rest of Brownies because I think that transition will work pretty well for Prince Ali. For the Jack Black singing Prince Ali. Because that is the scene where they introduce in Prince Ali. Make way for Prince Ali. Make way for Prince Ali. The guards led him into the Chancellor's box. Anakin stood for a moment, letting his eyes adjust to the dimmer light. Chancellor Palpatine was seated near the front, where he had the best view of the stage. Amanda the Slimore sat behind him, and as Anakin saw him, Palpatine raised a hand and gestured him over. I have good news, Palpatine said softly, as Anakin bent to hear our clear intelligence units have discovered the location of Generals Grievous. Is he hiding in the top system at last? Anakin said, Masada confronted him. He feeling sheepish. He lowered his voice and went on. He won't escape us. He won't escape us this time. Palpatine smiled and nodded, but Anakin wasn't sure whether the gesture was meant for him or for the on calamari dancers in the liquid glove before him. Prince Ali, baby. Prince Ali, baby, you'll see he's a sensation. Yeah, that kind of rhymes a bit. So that kind of rhymes a bit. So Jack Black would actually be pretty good as the genie. I'll be honest. All right, now on to Robin Williams as Kronk and Shrek. Where the heck was that? Oh goodness, please don't tell me I lost my spot in the book. Alright, so they try, Anakin said. Then he remembered the request Obi-Wan had made. He wondered. Sit down, Palpatine said. He dismissed Dead Meta and Sly Moore, then leaned towards Anakin. You know I'm not able to rely on the Jedi Council. Or if they haven't included you in their plot, they soon will. Anakin hesitated. I'm not sure I understand spying on the Chancellor. Or was wrong, but it wasn't a plot, he told himself. The council just wanted more information. By the way, Krunk, how did you get here? How did you get here before us? Eh? Well, actually, Krunk, that's a good question. How did we get here? Krunk, that's actually a good question. How did we get here before them? Beats me. Beats me. By all accounts, it doesn't make any sense. By all accounts, this doesn't make any sense. And final suggestion for the night to close it out. Robin Williams as Shrek. The Jedi Council wants more control of the Republic, Palpatine said lately. They're planning to betray me. No, but Anakin wasn't as certain as he'd been a few days ago. I don't think. Anakin search your feelings, Palpatine said. Genuinely. You don't know, do you? I know it. I know they don't trust you, even saying that. Even saying that much feel betrayed. Much feel like a betrayal. But surely Palpatine knew it already. Alright, that's what we're gonna end it off on tonight. Robin Williams, Jack Black would have been a good one. Yeah. Also, fun fact, if Robin Williams ever played Shrek, that would never happen. If Robin Williams was ever asked to do the role of Shrek, that would never happen because Jeffrey Katzenberg. Because, fun fact, Robin Williams hated Jeffrey Katzenberg. Like, to the point where that was the reason he wasn't the voice of the genie in the TV show and the direct-to-video sequel Return of Jafar. Because Robin Williams just decided to quit after Aladdin, after the first Aladdin movie, and he came back for the third one, for the direct-to-video third sequel, Aladdin King of Thieves. But yeah,
that's gonna do it for tonight's stream. Holy crap, we went over 2 hours. Well, that's something. So hope you guys enjoyed that stream tonight. I am gonna head out. See you later. And don't forget, you gotta catch them all. Gotta catch people. Return for the third one. And then they wanted. Yeah, they even tried to have Picasso paintings. They tried to send him Picasso painting to get him back. See you guys. Alright. And also don't forget, you gotta catch them all. See you guys later. On and bye bye.